Well, at Casa, our mantra is to help improve personal sovereignty. It's a very broad goal, and we're trying to attack it from a number of different perspectives. So, we started out with this key management product to help people be their own bank with a level of usability that's never really been seen before. Then we also put the plug-and-play Bitcoin and Lightning node out there, and then recently we've developed this Sats app, which is basically a mobile app for Lightning payments that connects to your node. So the general idea is for us to continue building out this suite of products and get more people interested in some of the free or cheaper lower tier products. And if we can get them interested in the system and happy with our user interface and general experience, then they'll probably expand and want to start to use the other products within the suite. So we've put out a lot of products, we're getting a lot of interest, and as Bitcoin continues to expand, we just want to ride that wave. I think that our core product really is the Keymaster. This is the multi-sig vault, because it is designed to be an incredibly high security method for people to be their own bank. And that means this is where the majority of the value is going to be secured by our users. While we do have the other products that are more along the lines of Lightning and making payments, those are going to be less value to the users and more just for day-to-day tinkering. So the Keymaster is what drives, I think, most of the value of our organization, and we're using these other products to get people interested in using Casa in general and get them used to our design and our take on Bitcoin. So we just launched Sats app, which is the mobile app for Lightning, and we're going to be focused more on internal improvements and really integrating the existing products that we have together. So Sats app, for example, will allow you to connect directly to your Lightning and Bitcoin node over Tor from anywhere in the world. We want to add similar functionality to Keymaster, where we're essentially offloading more and more trust from the Casa servers to the user's machine that they're running at their own home. Well, exact numbers I don't know off the top of my head. It's increased a lot because we've opened up some cheaper tiers and even a free tier. So it basically comes down to how much money are you willing to spend to protect the level of value that you're holding. So we have a decent number of users that are at our top tier who are paying thousands of dollars a year because they're securing potentially millions of dollars worth of value. The node sales have been pretty steady. We were actually surprised by the initial sale when we first announced. We had hundreds of nodes, I think, in either the first few days or the first week of us announcing that we were building the product. And while we don't want to give away specific numbers, we are able to say, double-digit percentages of the nodes that are on the Bitcoin and Lightning network. So it's not the majority of nodes on the network, but it's a non-trivial total amount. Yeah, we want to grow the company quite a bit. We've put out several new products over this year, and we have basically maxed out the size of the engineering team that we can afford to employ. So we've got a ton of ideas. We want to have a lot more engineers, and we're definitely going to need more capital in order to do that. I'm hoping that we'll be able to announce something before the end of the year. I'm pretty sure that we are not profitable at this point, but I don't run the numbers myself. It's really more of a long-term game plan though. Of we want to get people into being Casa users early on today, possibly when they don't have very much value that they need to store. And our thesis that Bitcoin is going to become more and more valuable means if we can get the Casa users today when they may not be willing to pay anything or very much because they don't have much to lose, as Bitcoin continues to grow, they will have more to lose. It'll be riskier, and they'll be willing to basically pay more to insure it in a way. It's not an insurance product, but security is a form of insurance. Well, working in security, you basically have to be perfect in the sense that you can't have a major flaw that gets exploited, that becomes a PR disaster, and you don't want the general public to lose confidence. And so it really just means being paranoid and forward thinking, trying to think through every possible thing that could go wrong to try to mitigate it. That was the case at my last job. It's the case now, and I think that we're working from a fairly solid foundation, though, since we're not even a custodial provider. It's very hard for us to lose anybody's money because we don't have it in the first place. Any multi-signature wallet software, a lot of the multi-sig wallet software that's out there is really meant for users to do it themselves, and so I think that it's going to tend to be adopted more by the most sophisticated people. You could also make an argument that we're competing against some of the custodial providers. It is extremely convenient for people who have a lot of money to just give it to a trusted third party and let them worry about the custody. So, from that standpoint, the folks like Zoppo, which I think was recently purchased by Coinbase. BitGo has a custodial service. There's a number of other custody providers out there, and it's actually hard to say how directly we can compete with them, because some people are just going to be of the mindset that they don't want to bother with self-custody at all, while we'll make an argument that self-custody is actually a better option and that we make it feasible without a lot of hassle.